Hello students, today we are going to learning a new chapter, that is civics lesson number 3, the union executive. In the last chapter we learned about the union legislature, which include the structure and the functioning of the parliament. In this chapter we are going to study the union executive. So let's see. Structure of the union government. The union government means the central government. The union government is made up of the following constituents. That is, first is union government, then president is the head, then legislature and the executive, two parts. In legislature there is a Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha, and in executive there is a prime minister and the council of the minister. You know that the legislature, executive and judiciary are the three organs of the state, and that they work for the welfare of the people. In a parliamentary system, the executive is the part of the legislature and is responsible to the legislature. When we learn about the executive, it is important for us to understand who are included in executive, what are the constitutional provisions relating to the executive, and what is the process of policy making for the public welfare. India's union executive comprises of president, prime minister and the council of the minister. See here on the page number 75, there is a conversation between Rama and Vidya. We'll see what it said. The president is the nominal head and the prime minister is the executive head. Second one, the prime minister meets the president regularly and informs him about the conduct of administration. The president has the right to seek information, find out information and about new laws and policies framed by the parliament from the prime minister. So president is the supreme head. We'll learn about president. The president represents the Republic of India. All executive powers of the state are vested in the president by the constitution. So, it is the office of the highest honor and prestige. The government carries out its function in the name of the president. Fourth one, however, in reality, the prime minister and the council of the minister run the government. So therefore, the president is the nominal and the constitutional head, and the prime minister is the executive head. So here constitutional head is president, that is the nominal head, but actual work was done by the prime minister. We'll see the election procedure of the president. The common people do not directly vote in the election of the president. Second one, he is elected by the directly elected representative of the central and the state legislature. The group of these parliamentarians and members of the state legislature is known as the electoral college. Eligibility. The person contesting the presidential election should be a citizen of India. He must be the citizen of the India. Second one, he should be 35 years of age. Here he must have completed 35 years of his age. Process of impeachment. The tenure of president is 5 years. He governs on the advice of the prime minister and the council of the minister. The responsibility of protecting the constitution is shouldered by the president. But if any act of the president violates the constitution, then the parliament has the authority to remove the president. So there is the specific procedure to remove the president. So that procedure is called the impeachment. The process of removal of the president is known as the impeachment. Any one house can lay the charge of violation of the constitution, and the investigation of the charge is carried out by the other houses. The resolution for impeachment of the president has to be passed by a special 2/3 majority of the both houses of parliament. Next one, powers and functions of the president. So which are the powers? Legislative powers, executive powers, judicial powers, defense powers, emergency powers. So in legislative powers, to summon the session of the parliament. Second one, to prorogue the session of the parliament. Prorogue means cancelled. To dissolve, to send message to the both houses, to dissolve the parliament after or before the tenure is over, to sign the bills passed by Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha which becomes a law, to protect the constitution. Next one, executive powers. First one, to appoint the prime minister and other minister, to appoint the governors of states, chief election commissioner and the other important officer. So these executive powers president has. Judicial powers, to appoint the judges of the Supreme and High Court, to reduce, commute, pardon or reprieve the punishment of a person given by Supreme Court. So only the president has this right. He can change the decision. Defense power, to appoint the chiefs of all three defense forces, to take decisions regarding war and peace. So these powers also president had. Emergency powers, to declare emergency in case of crisis in the country like national emergency, state emergency and financial emergency. Okay, next one, vice president. In the absence of the president, his functions are carried out by the vice president. Second one, the vice president is elected by both the houses of the parliament. Third one, for contesting the post of vice president, a person should be 35 years of his age. So same for vice president and president, he has to be complete his 35 years of his age. So students, here we stop today and will continue the remaining part of the lesson tomorrow. Thank you.